All right, and we are live. For being honest, this is the first time I've ever done a LinkedIn live per se. We have our show Playing Small is canceled, but I'm hopping on here. I'm hoping that it's working and that you guys can see me live. Let me know in the comments. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Just want to hop on today and hopefully connect with you and drop a couple nuggets on how to overcome fear on your pursuit to chase your dreams. Are we live here? I think we are. Okay, great. Amazing. All right, guys. So fear, I mean, especially on LinkedIn, I'm sure all of us have a desire to live a bigger life, more impact, more fulfillment, more joy, better relationships, more money, more impact, right? Contribution, all of that. We all have a desire for that. So what's in the way? How do we bridge the gap between where we're sitting and where we desire to be? What's blocking us? Fear. Fear of what? Depends who's watching this. Is it a fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of timing, fear of a lack of skill set, strategy, clarity? What is it? So I want to hop on, guys, today. Again, happy Saturday. Hope all is great by you. And just drop a couple nuggets on how to overcome fear. Fear is like that invisible wall between where you are and the dreams you know you're meant to chase. But guess what? Today, we're going to smash that wall down. Fear is normal, guys. It's part of being human. But letting fear stop you, now that's a choice. By the end of this LinkedIn Live, I'm hopeful that you'll have a few actionable ways to take fear out of the driver's seat so you can pursue your dreams with courage and big confidence. Let's see Apostoloska in the chat. It's great to see you. Why does this even matter, guys? Here's the truth. The biggest risk in life isn't failing. It's waking up years from now, wishing you had gone after the life you truly desired. So let's make certain that that's not your story. Actionable step number 1, identify your fear and name it. You see, fear loves to stay very vague. Let's take a moment to ask ourselves, what am I really afraid of? Is it failure, rejection, unpredictability, lack of clarity, the unknown? You see, when you name it, you tame it. I encourage you guys to write down and get very specific here. Once it's on paper, it becomes a problem that you can actually solve instead of this abstract monster. Number 2, reframing fear as fuel. You see, fear at the end of the day is just an energy. So instead of letting it paralyze you, let's let it propel us. Fear means that you're about to grow and expand. Before my first marathon, before my speaking engagement, before this live, before starting my podcast, I felt fear. I was terrified. But I reframe fear as enthusiasm because I know that that's where the magic happens based upon my experiences. Every time I fear that and I put my shoulder down and run through it, it's uncomfortable and leads to the biggest growth. So we always want to reframe what we're making fear mean to us. One way we could do that, guys, number 3, is to break it down into baby steps. Big dreams can feel very overwhelming, especially if you're a big thinker, which obviously you are if you're tuning into this live. You see, fear thrives on overwhelm. The key is, let's break it down into small actionable actions, right? So what's one small step that you can actually do today? Not tomorrow, not next week, not 2026, today. What can you do right now to move the needle? Number 4, guys, and This one's a big one. I see a lot of people visualize worst case scenarios. It's too late. What happens if I fail? If I have to start over? I want you to start visualizing the best case scenario. What if it goes right? What if I fly? How good can you stand it? You see, fear loves to feed on your worst case scenarios. Let's flip the script. What's the best that could happen if you do go for it? Number 5, guys, is surrounding yourself with expanders. You cannot conquer fear in isolation. You got to get around people who inspire and challenge you to think bigger. When I surrounded myself with people that are absolutely dominating, I realized they weren't superhuman. They were just very brave. That energy rubbed off on me. It's contagious. Not saying ditch the people in your life that don't help you grow, but I am saying be very intentional with how much time you spend in different places. Me personally, I want to be around people that challenge me proactively to help me grow, because for me, that's fun. I'm obsessed with transformation, with growth. If one person hears this live today and resonates with one nugget and takes a new path or thinks bigger or joins our mindset mastery course starting next week, which is very affordable, by the way, that's worth it to me. Number 6, guys, marry the process, divorce the outcome. Fear often comes from being too attached to expectations, to how things should turn out. Let's shift our focus from the result to the process. Marry the process, divorce the outcome. A nugget from Wall Street Journal bestseller, The Reinvention Formula by Craig Siegel. You familiar? Ask yourself, what's the lesson or growth I can gain from this journey, no matter the outcome? Lessons, wisdom, experience, priceless. Number 7, guys, my personal favorite, is to face it head on. Do it scared. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's acting in spite of it. The fastest way to overcome fear is to not hide from it, not to run to it. It's to walk straight through it. It's to lower the shoulder and plow ahead. Everything that I've ever done over the last 4.5 years that has created major expansion for me was scary. It's uncomfortable. But now I connect the dots because I know if something feels uncomfortable, it's exactly what I need to do. In fact, I actually resent being too comfortable in anything. Always be pushing the envelope. That's where the transformations happen. So fear, how do you handle it? You face it head on. You have a tough conversation to be had tomorrow. Don't put it at the back of the list. Do it first thing in the morning. Reach out, conquer it. Flex that muscle. Get used to that. Will you be nervous? Absolutely. But you do it anyway, and it will transform you. The last one, guys. Focus solely on the next 24 hours. Fear lives in the future. What if this? What if that? Let's bring your focus back to the present. What can you do now in the next 24 hours to move the needle, to get closer to your dream? When you focus on just today, fear begins to dissolve. What's one bold action that you can take today? Guys, I hope this is helpful. This is exactly why we're starting our Mindset Mastery course next week, because the fear that's in the way is crippling you from where you are to where you desire to be, to what the creator wants you to be, to become, the money, the fulfillment, the joy. You see, guys, fear will always be there, but it does not have to control you. These strategies are your toolbox to overcome it, to take action, to chase your dreams. Remember, bottom line, fear is proof that you're on the verge of something big, real big. In closing, guys, I challenge you to choose one of these today. Drop a comment, shoot me a DM, text us at 917-634-3796. Free texting community. Share wisdom throughout the week. And let me know which one you're going to implement, which one you're going to focus on. Let's hold each other accountable. The only thing standing between where you are and your dream life is the story that you're telling yourself about fear. Let's grab the pen and let's rewrite the next scene. Be brave with your life. Go after it. This is your year, guys. All right. I love you. I hope this was helpful. LinkedIn Live, pop up my cherry. Am I allowed to say that on LinkedIn? Well, I just did. And I love you guys. I hope this was meaningful. Shoot me a message. Let me know if anything stuck out. I know it's the weekend. Do your thing, whatever fun means to you. But I hope you take some time for yourself to create the life that you actually desire. Sometimes the best time to work on that is on the weekends. And love you guys. Happy New Year.